Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating.
Hi guys, welcome to Top Bins Football. We're here, it's Cal's birthday, and we're just going to talk about some stuff, so let's get into it. Man United, can they win the league? Yes or no? I'm joined by two United fans.
Yay!
So can can United win the league, and how?
Well, that's a good first question. Do you think United can win the league this season?
Currently, no.
I agree.
Currently,
yeah,
no.
that's a very fair answer.
There is a lot of things that need to be addressed.
Yeah.
I think they're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, compared to where they were.
I think they've improved massively from where they were in 2014, 2016. But they're not league contenders at the moment, in my opinion.
That's a very good answer from a United fan. But they are the best they've been
in a long time.
Let's forget about the City game. Just for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are, league-wise, they are the best they've been in about 4 years.
Yeah, under Solskjaer, to be honest, under Solskjaer, they've played better than any other manager since Ferguson.
100%.
Yeah.
When you look at records that have been broken, away games won on the trot, unbeaten in so many games, you know.
Not losing since been winning as well.
Yeah. Mourinho's not done that.
Van
Gaal's not done that. Moyes, well, forget that. You know.
He's at a better club now anyway.
Oh yeah, fucking Hammers fan over here.
Yeah, club he can easily manage.
0 superstars.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like we're going in the right direction, but this year's not. It's not going to happen this year.
I don't think it'll happen this year.
If it happened this year, I'd be very pleasantly surprised.
Oh, it'd be class.
It'd be amazing if we did it with how we're performing. It'd be amazing, but I'm not getting my hopes up for this season.
No, and I also think as good as Solskjaer's done, he's also done bad in a way.
He was given a lot of time.
His team selections at times and his loyalty to certain players as a fan has been ridiculous.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
You know?
He's not tactical minded, is he?
It's not. I won't say he's not tactical. I don't think he's brave enough.
He just isn't got. He ain't got any bollocks.
Yeah.
He's not a manager. He's a player
Yeah.
acting as a manager rather than a manager acting as a manager.
But then that will come with experience.
He wasn't a captain when he was a player.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you can tell by looking at him, he's not.
He wasn't a leader.
Yeah, he's not a leader.
He's not brave enough. But what really gets me about Solskjaer is he worked under Ferguson. So he knows what it is to win.
Yeah.
And he knows that at times you've got to make hard decisions. And certain players...
Take risks.
And certain players, regardless of their stature at the club, have to be dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not playing well, then you don't get in the team. You don't get in the team because I made you my captain. Or I spent £80 million on you.
Yeah, we have to prove something. I spent 80 million. I have to prove that you're worth that.
Exactly. It's like, you know...
I wonder who that's aimed at. I could take a wild guess. But no, yeah, I completely agree.
I think we've got two players where we overspent on that haven't lived up to their full potential.
Go on, name them.
What's that?
Maguire and Pogba.
Well, you say that.
I think Pogba now, at times, but when you watched him against Juventus, when he played for Juventus, and we were looking to sign him, I was like,
he's
I
future
don't know if I
Ballon
want
d'Or
Pogba because I knew what it was like under Fergie, and I understood why Fergie sold him.
Yeah.
And then they're bringing him back, so I started looking at the games he played when
for
he was
19
at Juventus,
million as well.
and I thought, to be honest, we're getting a cracking midfielder here. And he'd come to United, and he was nowhere near the midfielder that he was for Juventus.
Yeah, but you're saying that
Recently.
the last 6 weeks,
Yeah.
ever since he said I want to leave, or not, he didn't ever say it.
No.
His agent said he wants to leave. Ever since they've said that, he's been fucking cracking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But they've played him in a new position since then. He's been playing out on the
more
left.
left wing sort of position.
But then him and Rashford playing like a free form, like we'll just keep swapping.
Yeah.
And he has been playing well.
But he's
not
running
that he's
for the
playing
ball.
well. Not that he's playing well. He's been playing like he wants to be there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's running for the ball. He's chasing men down. You know, this is what you wanted from him when he first signed up again. Do you know what I mean?
But it's took him. How long's he been there since the re-sign?
There's talk. Yeah, but there's
2014.
There's talks about signing him, selling him in January, and all of a sudden he's good again. Is that a price tag thing?
Yes. My next, that was
Or
my
is it
next
because
statement.
he likes the club?
Is that I want to prove myself that I want to be here, or is that I want to prove my worth? Like, am I still worth 90 million? Am I still worth 100 million? Or do I actually? I don't want to be sold. My agent's talking shit. I just want to prove that I actually do care about this club.
Another side to the argument could be he's seen the team that's now forming. He was out injured, and the team forming around him while he was injured. You think of Bruno,
Yeah,
you know.
Bruno's saving the club. I want to play.
I'm
with
not
them.
just saying Bruno, but
No,
like
I
the
want
whole
to play
team.
with the players like this. I want to play
Yeah.
with winners. Now we're top of the table. Do I want to be top of the table again?
Yeah. Maybe he's looking around and thinking, shit, we have a chance here.
Yeah.
If I start performing, maybe we
Not just a chance. I don't think you've got a chance this year.
No.
But it's a step in the right direction.
Definitely.
I think it's also
Man City, when they got took
it's
over
all-
by the Arabs, they didn't win the first year. But you saw them and gone, fucking hell, these kids
They're
are
on the
gonna be
way.
good.
They're on the way.
In about 2-3 years, they won everything. They did. 2 years' time, they got rid of Sven and Eriksson. They brought in real managers now,
Yeah.
like real big names. They started signing real big players like Robinho
Yeah.
and everyone like that. And then they started winning everything. Mm-hmm. This looks like a step that United, actually, we're getting the old United.
The first
back.
step I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm excited. I'm not a Man United fan in any way, but it's exciting to see a club that when I was a kid was the best team in the world. There's no question there. And now getting back to Wetesek, these kids are fucking
There's
good.
3 things we need. We need some good signings. We need better team selection. And we need to catch up with...
Is
we
that the
need to get
manager?
to the standard of City and Liverpool because we're not going to win the league.
No, but you're stepping
Without
in that right
that
direction. No one
standard.
expects you to win the league.
No.
No one.
Oh, definitely step in the right direction.
I think
But
we're,
it's in the
we're
right
stepping
way.
in the right direction, and I think it's like nowadays everyone wants immediate success.
Yeah.
Immediate success.
It is the
And
modern game.
It's the modern game, but you look back to when Fergie first started with us. It was six years before he won a trophy.
And he
You
should
know,
have been sacked.
and he should have been sacked, and he was building for the future. And I think that's what Ollie's doing as best
Yeah.
he can. Is and under the restrictions he's got, is he's like bit by bit, transfer window by transfer window. He's like, bring this guy in, let's get this guy in. I think their recruitment is getting better. I think they're planning for the future in terms of the younger signings that might not be ready to come straight into the first team, but there'll be long-term longevity and quite exciting players.
Was that Diallo coming in?
Diallo,
on
What a
Friday.
signing.
great signing.
And there's that Calcedo, I don't know how to say his name.
Casado, is it?
Casado,
From Ecuador.
This guy, he's the top fucking dog. He's mustard, right?
Yeah.
All the experts are saying he's mustard. They have got it wrong a lot before, but he wants to join United.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that. His agent doesn't. His agent is like going to every club in the world.
and he's an
Do you want him?
international.
Do you want him? Do you want him? He's playing
it's
for
an
he's playing for
international.
his country.
Yeah.
It's
But
three,
he has out and out said, "I want to play for Man United."
and
What
it's
more
£3
do you
million
want?
quid.
£3 million.
£3 million.
Is that all
quid.
it is?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that cheap.
£3
£3
million.
million quid.
Oh,
It's
God.
about-
His,
I've got it.
his agent's gone to West Ham. Gone. Do you want to buy him for £5 million? He's gone to Chelsea. Do you want to buy him for £6 million? But then the player's still going, I want to play for Man United.
Yeah,
I want to play with the likes of Bruno and Pogba
and they're the sort of
because
players.
he's a centre mid. He plays in the same role as Kante, like
Yeah.
the defensive midfielder. And all these experts and all these pundits say this kid's fucking mustard.
Yeah.
He's proper Kante.
Then look at
Defensive-minded.
but look at previous United signings.
Not just previous United signers. Look at what these pundits said. Right, we spoke about Gemma earlier. They
Yeah.
said the same. Freddie Adu. Can you remember Freddie Adu?
Mm-hmm.
So he's an American kid, right? And he joined like 7 clubs in 6 years. Like,
Fucking hell.
and they're like, this kid's the next top dog.
Yeah.
No English club ever signed him because they knew he was fucking shit. Right, he still plays now. He's had about 30 clubs in 13 years.
But for £3 million quid in this day and age,
I'll take a risk.
it's.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were talking. We signed Dan James for 15 million and thought it's 15 million. Take the risk.
To be honest, mate, me and you.
And
are
now
worth
we're
3
arguing
million.
over 3 million.
Yeah. You got
Do
to
you know
take
what I mean?
that. You got to take
If
that.
Andy Carroll's worth 35 million, I'm worth fucking 10. You know what I mean? So for 3 million, you take a risk.
Absolutely.
Can I bring up a point talking about pundits talking about the next big thing? Is I want to talk about Greenwood because last season, I know we're only halfway through a season now, but last season he was on fire, and the pundits are saying, you know, this could be the next big thing. Is he scored for United this season?
I
don't
don't
Or
think so.
one,
yes.
one or two?
But he's not a striker.
No, I know. He is.
The last season he was. This season he plays a more Rashford out on the wing role, and he plays like he can swap around. People need to stop thinking about stats on players, because stats are bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw the other night, we watched the Wolves game, that Bruno hits that 30-yard pass to Rashford. Rashford held the ball for a minute
Yeah.
and then took on 3 players and scored. Bruno got the assist.
Yeah.
So Greenwood doesn't have this assist, he has that assist. It's bullshit, because these stats are made up. The only real stat that works is goals, and that only works for out and out number 9 strikers. He's not a striker.
No.
He does cause trouble. He came on the other night, and we were watching it. We watched it live, and he did that. He took 3 players on. You went, this is the trouble we can cause.
Yeah.
That's all you need from him.
Yeah.
He is still a nipper. I don't know how old he is.
19, I think.
Okay,
18, 19.
So he's fucking younger than you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's young. He's half my age. Well, no, he's not. But but you know what I mean. He's causing trouble, and people know who he is. He's in the England squad.
Yeah.
Your main goal, if I was a footballer, my main goal is to play for my country, my club and country. He is playing for his.
Doing that at 18, 19.
Yeah, he's playing for his childhood club and his country, and he's not even 20 yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to care about if he's the next big thing, because in
True.
his head he is the big thing.
Yeah.
He is the big dog. Look at all these young players. They are doing what they wanted to do when they were kids. There's nothing more I can say
And
about
it's
that.
just reining him in. It's like he could be with us till he's 32, and we get the best years when he's 25. So learn your
Yeah.
trade. There's no rush.
Remember,
There's no rush to burn him out.
Remember,
look at Rashford now. He burst onto the scene at 18. He's burnt out.
he got bullied a lot when he was a striker
Yeah.
playing against big clubs.
I
though,
think he's burnt
they
out because
pushed
there
him.
was no other alternative but
Yeah.
to play him.
Yeah.
And it's like he could be outstanding by
That
now.
was the low years of Man United, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had no choice but to play
Yeah.
that, and it was like we were putting everything onto an 18-year-old,
Yeah,
and it's like you can't do that. Let him grow. Let him develop.
but he didn't care. He didn't question that, because he was playing for his childhood
But
club.
why would you?
Yeah,
You
Why
wouldn't.
would you?
You
I'm,
wouldn't.
I'm getting the world here.
Why
People
would you
know my
question
name.
it?
People know my name. I'm playing for the club.
How many
I
18-year-olds
wanted
get to play for United?
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But the right thing to do is if you had enough strikers that you could rotate him
Yeah.
and bring him in and out, and that's what they're doing with Greenwood.
And learn from other players.
So like,
I think
we
that's
bring in
why
someone like
the Cavani signing was perfect, because he's not a Man United player or English or even a Man United fan. He's been in the game a long time. He can train these kids without training these kids.
Yeah.
That's why they brought Zlatan in.
Yeah.
But Zlatan was he was
stopgaps.
incredible. But Zlatan was incredible for United because no one expected him to be.
Yeah.
And he was nearly 40 years old. Coming to the Premier League, you shouldn't be that good.
No.
But they brought him in because these kids can just watch him
And learn.
and go, "Oh my fucking god!"
They're in awe.
That's why.
Cavani's come in. Cavani's from the same club as Ibrahimovic was from, and he doesn't even need to speak to these kids.
No.
But
Just
he's
watch.
mid-30s, and he's scored all over Europe.
Yeah.
He's scored in the Champions Leagues. He's won titles. These kids are just going, "Oh wait a minute, this guy is the real."
Here's a
deal."
question for you then. Do you think Cavani coming in this season has helped us with our current form?
100%.
Yeah.
Only for the kids. And him, he scores.
Yeah.
He scores goals. I didn't expect
He scored
it,
us crucial goals, which I didn't expect.
especially in Southampton game.
Yeah.
He scores good goals, crucial goals, and it's not expected from him. I was watching the transfer as it came in. Cavani signed for United. I thought, why? You don't
That's
need
exactly
it.
what I thought.
He's
I
fucking.
thought it's another panic
He's
buy.
past his prime. He's never played in the Premier League. He's played in the French league, which is full of farmers. Let's be honest. Half of the league is semi-professional.
Yeah.
He's played for a league that has 2 teams in it. Them and Monaco.
Yeah.
Monaco aren't the team they were 5-6 years ago, but then you come in and you go, wait a minute, actually he is the real deal.
Yeah.
You can do a job.
He can do a
You
job.
can do a job.
And
I feel
players
like, do you know what? I think
Greenwood-
United's a great team for him because of the young talent we have. Like you were saying about the kids. Like
he wasn't brought because he
with
scored
Ollie's
goals.
with Ollie's philosophy of young players and developing young players, bringing that older figure in who's done it all, won titles, been everywhere, it's perfect.
Yeah, and you look at
Thinking about it now,
He
it's
wasn't brought in as a striker. He was brought in as the old guy we can all fucking want to
Yeah.
be.
He's
We
a
all-
mentor.
Yeah.
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 But without being, he doesn't know that,
No.
and he probably isn't told train these kids.
Yeah.
Because if I went to a club, even though I've never been in that professional mindset, if I go to a club and they go, "Oh, can you train these kids?" I'll go, "I'm not a fucking coach."
Yeah.
But he's
But
been
you
brought
think,
in.
though,
In
it's
our-
exactly
look
the
at
same as our
trade.
profession.
Our trade,
Just
right?
about to
We're
say.
chefs, right? I was brought in, not because of my experience, but I've been brought in, and then I'm not in any level a supervisor or anything, but I would train kids, same
Yeah.
as you, same as you. You're brought in because we've done this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas these kids haven't. Same as footballers, Rashford, Greenwood, even Martial to an extent. You bring in an older head and you go, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
All our strikers are young. They haven't won anything. They have experience, but again they don't. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they need somebody alongside
Football experience
them.
and winning experience is not the same
It's
thing.
completely different. It's completely different. You know, and it's also the mentality of pushing yourself over the line. You know, when you've got a winner with you who's done it,
Yeah.
and their mental.
That's why
strength,
Zlatan was the perfect
and it's
signing.
their mental strength, isn't it? And it rubs off.
Cavani is exactly the same signing as the Zlatan signing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
But Zlatan was more famous because
But
of
it's
his
working
character.
better now because of the young players we have and the potential they have, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Okay. And Zlatan was the best in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Because United were terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
that
the
our bad
best.
days.
He was like the best player in a shit team.
And also, the good thing about our young forwards is they've got someone behind them who can fucking
Motivate.
make a pass, and that's Bruno,
Yeah.
Oh,
without a shadow of a doubt.
Cavani coming in with the experience and Bruno with the creativity.
Yeah.
It's just working.
how much did he? 45 mil.
Oh, absolute steal.
Oh,
Steal. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
He'd
he
already
was.
sell for more
no,
now.
he was the same price as Sebastian Haller for West Ham. Exactly.
And he's
the same
gone again
price.
now, hasn't he, Haller? He's
Oh,
gone
for
now.
22 mil
Yeah.
And I don't
Off he
think there's
goes.
been a more influential player
since De Bruyne.
since Fergie left.
He
Well, I was
is,
looking
Again,
at-
it's the
he
best
is,
signing United have made since Fergie left.
oh, 100%.
Hands down.
I was looking at something the other night. Fernandes, with I think it was like 10 less games, has almost equalled Cantona's impact in the 90s.
Being involved in more goal scoring opportunities.
With involved in goals,
Yeah,
assists.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Apart from the other night, he was
And
useless.
we didn't win a title. Was it 95 when Cantona came?
Yeah, he joined from Leeds.
was around then.
For Nat
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
We weren't winning titles. I was looking at it the other day. I wasn't alive here, so I wasn't alive to
We
see
were.
it. Yeah, you were. But I was
was.
I was looking it
fucking
up, and
2 or 3.
you weren't winning title. We weren't winning titles. We signed Cantona and we won it that year.
Yeah.
Cantona was a different gravy.
So
Yeah.
just shows one player can impact a team.
Cantona played for Leeds.
Sheffield first.
Yeah, Sheffield first. Then he went to Leeds
On a
and
free.
he won the Premier League with Leeds.
We won the
No,
Premier League.
actually, he won the old First Division
Yeah.
with Leeds.
Yeah.
And then it became the Premier
91.
League. So they won the 91-92 season. Then he came to us just after Christmas. And we won the 93.
I think it was for $1 million.
Yeah. 1.1
That's probably a
million.
lot back then.
No, but not really.
No?
Because
1.1 million.
yeah, because Mark Viduka, I think Mark Viduka signed for for Leeds United about 5 mil.
Oh, okay.
So, and even if it was a lot, then you look at it at 1.1 mil, and Leeds got him for.
All right, here's a question.
Leeds got him for
But
free.
Bruno is the same. We snapped him up for 45 mil.
in modern day football,
he's a
that's
snip.
nothing.
He's a snip.
Nothing.
An
You think we can
absolute-
sell him for already? And he's
It's an
been with us a
absolute bargain.
year.
If we put him on the market now, you'd be looking at over 100 mil.
100 mil.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
Okay, here's a question for you. If you had a dream team, United squad, and we're looking at centre attacking mid, Cantona or Fernandes?
Right, that's a hard question because it's a different game.
In
Yeah.
modern day.
Modern day, Cantona doesn't cut it. He wasn't fast
Do you not
enough. He wasn't fast enough. Wasn't strong enough. Didn't have the right mindset. We saw what happened at the Palace game. We were alive for that. When he kicked a fan.
Okay, so what if
because
you-
He did not like what the fan said.
Yeah, but what if you have Fernandes in that team?
That'd be different, wouldn't it? It'd be different mustard. I think
But-
these modern
but-
footballers are. It's a different game because there's more technology in the game. There's more training.
Yeah.
These-
I think your biggest thing you've got from, let's say, from 2012 and below, so that's Fergie's era to now, and the United teams that we've seen from then till now is Fergie always had winners and leaders right through his team. Mm-hmm. He didn't have one captain. You know,
No, he had a back room full of
he
them.
had loads of them. So, you know, You
think we
you
said
think of
this.
the captains he's had in the past, you know,
Keane.
Robson, Keane,
Irwin.
Cantona, you know, and then you look at the other
Beckham.
leaders within them teams. Schmeichel,
Yeah.
Bruce was obviously a leader. You know, everyone fought for each other.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that they haven't got at the moment is that
You can never have too many big voices in that back room.
no.
Who they got now? They got Maguire might be a big voice. We don't know, but he doesn't act like it.
Not on the pitch, he ain't.
Bruno is a big voice.
Big boys.
I think Bruno's our biggest voice.
Pogba,
Bruno and
big
Pogba.
voice. You don't get that anymore. But that's the difference in the modern game.
Yeah.
Roy Keane said it. You can't win a league with 11 like Fassis. You know, like you can't win a league with 11 Ronaldos.
Yeah.
Because they're too like prissy, like tap 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 tap, tap.
Fancy,
Yeah, too
you know.
fancy. But you can win a league with 11 Roy Keanes.
Yeah.
There's 100% on that.
Yeah.
And Bruno is a modern day Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the horrible play, without kicking people to try break their legs, he is the
He's
modern
the leadership,
leader.
the creativity,
100%.
the passion, the willingness to go out there and win. And that's what we've needed.
Yeah.
And we finally got it. And now we just need to build on
Do you
that.
know what? Do you know what shows me that is like little things like I'll chase my man back.
Yeah. And he's running everywhere.
Just run back, just for 10 more seconds, because you see these new boys like they lose the ball. Defenders can deal with him, or so Maguire loses the ball. Oh, Fred's back with me. He can deal with him. Lindelof loses the ball. Who's with him? McTominay will deal with him. It's just there's no fucking spark to.
It's like swapping fucking.
There's no like.
Partners,
there's
isn't
no
it?
like. Do you know like punch like. I just want to fucking win this.
Yeah.
There's none of that left. Do you know what? Do you know where that is in the lower league of the league? Yeah, that doesn't work in the Premier League unless you're world class.
And that's what frustrates me about Maguire. I think he's a great defender.
Yeah.
What he isn't is a great leader.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a great defender. I think he's a good defender in a great team.
Yeah.
Okay. He won the league with Leicester when they were great. No, they weren't
He wasn't
great.
there. He wasn't there when they won.
Yeah, they were. He was the
Was
last.
he?
He won it, and then he sold it.
Oh, okay.
So he won the league, not as the captain, just as their centre back,
Yeah.
but in the worst Premier League ever.
Yeah.
They won the league with 82 points, or near that, around that point. Then sold to Man United, arguably one of the greatest teams in European history. Not at that time, but they were sold to be a title winner for 80 million, and he can't hack it. He is not the modern day centre back. He is the old classic centre backs.
I'm not going to judge Maguire until I see him not as a captain.
I'm fucking
just like
judging
Dan
him.
says.
No, but I'm judging him straight away. You bought him for 80 million.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
prove
yeah,
you're worth
don't-
80
don't
million.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The price is too high. Don't get me wrong. The price is
Okay,
too
even
high.
if it was 50 million,
If you
prove
had-
you're 50 million. Okay, you're 10 million.
But-
prove you're 10
but
million.
Here's what we've seen is when he's partnered with the wrong partner,
Oh,
he looks shit. When he's partnered with the right partner,
yeah, okay.
He looks
I
alright.
won't say he looks amazing, but he looks a hell
It's
of
a
a lot
different
better.
player.
Completely
We said
different
this
player.
earlier, and this is a perfect thing for we to talk about. Who should Maguire... Maguire's always going to be your number one pick, right? Because of his price tag. And I don't
he's
think
captain.
Ollie doesn't really have the choice to really drop
Well,
him.
I'm just coming to say, right, when Maguire was playing with Lindelof, I always said that Lindelof needs a new partner. A lot of people say Maguire needs a new partner. I didn't agree with them until Bailly started.
That was my next
for the
statement,
past
right?
3 games, right? As soon as I saw Maguire with Bailly, I thought, hang on a minute, maybe Lindelof is the problem. And then Man City semi-final, Lindelof's back in, lo and behold,
Released.
it's done. Because the line's deeper.
And don't forget, Maguire is playing on the left.
Yeah.
He's a right-footed centre-back.
I don't think
Yeah.
that should matter in the modern game, really.
It shouldn't, but when he clears the ball,
He has to then take it onto his right.
yeah.
Okay.
and he can't feed it to the left.
Yeah.
So he's almost kicking it across his goal.
My next statement was my next sentence was so Maguire's always going to be your number one pick, right? Because of his price tag.
Yeah.
And Ollie doesn't really have a much choice. He's your captain and 80 million. We have to put him in the squad.
Yeah.
Right. He
Ollie does have choice.
I don't think he he does, but not as much as you think, right? He's 80 million. He's your captain.
Yeah, he's
He
got
has
to play
be in
for
your
80
fucking
mil,
squad,
surely.
right? Who's better with him? Lindelof is a great defender.
Not with Maguire.
Not with Maguire. Bailly is not a good defender, but he is with Maguire. We watched it and against Wolves.
The
and who else was
reason
game we watched?
Maguire and Bailly work is Maguire's slow, but I think he's actually at tackling and headering. He's okay. He's just slow.
He's confident on losing the ball because Bailly can track back.
I think Maguire's more confident with Bailly next to him because he knows Bailly's got that pace to cover
and
his
he can
ass.
cover him. He can cover him.
He can cover his ass.
100%.
So Maguire plays with more confidence.
If Bailly was playing against City, that first goal wouldn't have been conceded because he would have cut it out.
I think
Maybe the
Bailly's the
second.
key.
Or even the second.
Even the second.
But the trouble with our two centre-backs, the trouble with them two centre-backs is they do not put themselves on the line.
We spoke about this earlier. The centre-backs need the support from Fred and from McTominay. But also, they need the support from Shaw and from Wan-Bissaka. Shaw is now a centre-back who plays out on the left.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka is now a centre-back who plays out on the right. He won that header for the second
example,
goal the
boys.
other night, right?
It's like they're all playing fucking wife swap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're that close to each other.
We need you here. We need you here.
I've got a question for you then. I've got a question for you. Lindelof, Maguire playing. When Wan-Bissaka plays, he gets drawn into Lindelof.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always out of position, always like that. The game Bailly played, he assisted a goal.
Yeah, but then he was also the worst player on the pitch.
No, I don't think he was.
He was down there.
No. I know I'm biased to Wan-Bissaka because I love him. The only other thing I think he did wrong in that game was the free kick situation. You know, it was against Villa.
Yeah.
Other than that, he made a good clearance on the line.
That free kick situation, let me cover this now. Because the free kick situation, stand in front of the ball for the first time, perfect. It's exactly what you need to do. Stand in front of the ball. So, and then as soon as they make you make the other team retake that run back, get in position.
Yeah.
If you stand there, and if he's out of position now, he puts your whole he exposes your whole defensive line and your whole team. You're now going to concede. But if the ball hit him, he's now getting booked.
Yeah.
But the other thing you've got with Wan-Bissaka, and I think you've got the same with Maguire, there is no one behind him pushing him. We don't have another right back pushing Wan-Bissaka.
No competition.
100%.
There is no competition, and Ollie will not drop his captain and will not drop Maguire because of the price. So he doesn't have any competition. So he will always play,
which I think
even though there is other alternatives.
If you drop Maguire for one game, say you put Lindelof and Bailly there,
or
even Rojo or Jones,
let Maguire step back. And
Jones, no.
But this is my point: is just leave him out for one game, and then don't bring him on.
Yeah.
So you drop today, next week.
He'll
trains
play out of his skin.
Hard as fuck because he wants.
Yeah.
This is my fucking team. I want to be at the back line.
And not only that, it's like you're not playing today, Maguire. So he watches from the stands.
But this has happened,
and he can see.
Not you're not playing. You're on the subs bench, so he gets his kit on.
Yeah, but
he
this
sits
has
on the
happened.
bench, and then you go. No. Only when he was like partly injured, he was on his way back or back from a suspension.
PSG away, Champions League. He was on the bench, and Lindelof and Tuanzebe started.
Oh fuck! Have a day off. It needs to be your next two choice. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Bailly was injured.
He knows he's going to get back in the game.
All right, fair enough. All right. But you look at that game though. Tuanzebe had fucking Mbappe in his pocket. That was the game that Tuanzebe and Wan-Bissaka were fucking on fire.
Yeah.
And they had him and Lindelof in the defence.
If it was me, to be honest, if it was me, I'd have Bailly and Tuanzebe as my partnership.
Yeah.
And I'd have the other two as my backups.
I'd have
without a doubt.
But knowing that he doesn't have a choice, Maguire's always going to be in that squad.
Yeah, but we're not experimenting. That's the problem. You know, it's always Maguire and someone else.
But
the other option Ollie could do is say, right, that's my team for the Premier League. That's my cup teams.
Oh, like every other team does.
Right. So it's like I am not going to change that.
He sort of does.
Fair enough. Maguire and Lindelof could be on the bench as my subs. But if I don't need to use them, I won't.
Yeah.
Because they're my Premier League team. Right, so we're going to start with first 11 that Ollie normally goes with.
Yeah.
How we rate them. Whether there's room for improvement or a backup or a change in that position. So let's start with our number one, De Gea. Does he get dropped instead of Henderson? Is Henderson not getting enough time? Enough game time?
If you asked me this last season, I'd have said Henderson all day.
Henderson every day. But now...
De Gea now has competition.
100%.
The improvement's unreal.
Unbelievable.
I tell you now, and I've said this for a while, I think De Gea is the best keeper in the Premier League.
He's up there.
The reason why he looks shit is because he's got a shit central defensive partnership in front of him.
There was a stat that came up the other day. most saves in the Premier League have been from the West Brom keeper.
No, was it him? No, yeah, it was. Sorry, yes, it
him,
was.
And it was the
Johnston.
Sheffield keeper. De Gea is nowhere near the bottom half. Nowhere near.
But does it look good that your keeper is making more saves? No, because the team in front of him need to stop that.
You are right.
Do you know what I mean? So when it really matters and you really need your keeper, De Gea.
To be fair, look at the Villa
De
game.
Gea, no one can touch him.
Is that because Henderson's back?
Yeah.
Because last season he was fucking useless, mate.
Yeah, but then you can't say Romero was a bad goalkeeper.
you can't.
But De Gea was safe knowing Romero's going to play my cup games. I'll play the final because if we make it to the final,
To be
I'm
fair,
your
yeah,
first
having a
choice.
keeper coming from Sheffield who did so well last season, and Henderson's a reason they got so high. I think it just proves it.
It proves it.
It proves it.
Look at the league last
So
season.
having someone
when did they
of-
come last season? 6th.
6th or 7th or 8th or somewhere around there.
Now
They came top 10.
They've conceded more than any other club at this time ever.
Yeah. Jack Grealish got more points on his driving licence than Sheffield have got right now. Right?
But
I
my
agree
point
with
about
that.
Henderson is Henderson doesn't need to be there.
No.
He needs to go on loan. Right? He needs to be at a club.
Henderson needs to come 2 or 3 years later.
Henderson needs to be at West Ham, Aston Villa, or below on loan. Right?
Yeah, but if he's performing, if De Gea's performing at this level, I'd rather have Henderson there.
My next line was Henderson. If he was to go on loan to West Ham or to go on loan to Wolves or whatever, De Gea would be fucking useless like he was last season. But then, is it ruining Henderson's career staying on the bench, or is it helping Man United's form to be next champions being on the bench? Because he is breathing down De Gea's neck, and De Gea cannot take it. I need to be the best keeper in this league. Otherwise, I'm losing my
But then
spot.
you look at Henderson, right? The Carabao Cup, before we got knocked out,
Yeah.
so before the City game,
Hadn't conceded.
we hadn't conceded, and he was in goal every game.
Hadn't conceded.
I don't mind him conceding 2 against City because it's City.
But that's my point
No,
exactly.
but you do because you'd
Yeah,
rather,
yes,
you'd
I
rather
do,
win.
But that's my point exactly. It's not our goalkeepers that are shit. It's what's
Yeah.
in front of them. So De Gea is not a shit goalkeeper.
No way
Do you know
is
what I
he
mean?
a shit goal.
And even having Henderson breathing down his neck does not make him a shit
You
goalkeeper.
take De Gea at West Ham.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make
Take
him
my arm.
What makes De Gea a bad goalkeeper is the shit that they put in front of him.
Right, if I was to shoot 100 times against De Gea, I'm going to score more than if I shoot 20 times against the worst keeper in the league.
Yeah.
That's a fact, absolute fact. Because he has more shots against him, he concedes more than. But not this season.
No.
No.
You haven't conceded many, not as much as you did last season. De Gea was fucking useless.
De Gea made a
last
lot of
season.
mistakes last season, and
But there was a lot of
this
pressure. on him.
competition is.
There was a
But
lot of pressure on him last season.
also, what I think is, not many people have long memories. And when, from 2013, after Fergie left, to 2014, 15, 16 even, he was our star player for
Oh,
5
God.
years.
I think he was your star player until 2018.
I think he's best goalkeeper in the league for a
for
couple of
5
couple of
years, he kept us. He made sure we got the positions we got.
Remember, he was meant to leave in 2018 to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he chose not to, or I don't know if he chose not to, or if his agent or what something happened. But he was considered one of the best keepers in the world.
Yeah.
Up until 2018.
Yeah.
It was out of him, Lloris, and Donnarumma.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Donnarumma was
but-
only the last year of that as well.
I don't think De Gea is out of the top 5 of the best goalkeepers in the world.
No.
personally.
I think
I think if you put a good defence in front of him, there's no way.
If you put
I
De
don't think he's
Gea
the best
behind
keeper in the league.
Liverpool's first choice defence,
Gomez, Van Dijk,
Yeah.
Trent, and
that would be a fucking solid back.
maybe.
I'm not saying Alisson's bad here at all because I really like Alisson. I think it'd be just as good.
Yeah.
I don't think you're
Not
wrong.
better. No, I'm not
I don't
saying
think,
better.
I don't
or
think you're
worse,
wrong. I just don't think you're right. Who knows?
That makes
Who
sense.
knows? No, what I mean is we don't know.
but- Yeah, true.
We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
I know what you mean.
We don't know.
So okay, so if we're talking
We're
about
talking Man City, Edison. I think Edison's the best keeper in the league. Alisson is breathing down his neck, and then De Gea
I don't
is
think
a close third.
I don't think Edison is best.
Who's best then?
I think Alisson's best.
No,
I do.
Edison.
Alisson, Edison, De Gea,
Edison
I
is the new former keeper.
What about Lloris?
Lloris is old-fashioned.
I don't.
I like Lloris.
So do
I
I.
don't. I think if you've got world class defenders in front of you, De
I have a
Gea,
day off.
De Gea, by far is the best keeper in the Premier League.
I don't think so. Edison is the new form of
There is no better stop shotter, 1-on-1 or stop shotter than
shot stopper.
De Gea. There isn't.
Edison.
His reflexes.
I was about to say his reflexes are on point.
are off the fucking chart.
If you
I
got
don't
the
think
reflexes
you're
from De
that
Gea,
wrong. I just don't think he's top one. But
no, because
he hasn't got the best defence in front of him.
That's why he
Man
doesn't
City
look.
the other night.
You will
They
always
had-
look.
That Ruben Diaz was world class against United.
Yeah.
John Stones world class, and he didn't have much to do.
No, but you
So-
will always
it was
look.
Stefan, but he didn't have much to do.
But
if it was Edison,
one good save.
Yeah, but you will always see. We've conceded 2 goals. It's the keeper's
yeah,
fault.
of course.
It's never the defender's fault.
You are not stopping.
Most people, they'll either look at, right, he scored the goal, so he's the best striker, and he's conceding goals, so he's a shit goalkeeper.
De Gea won man of the
not
match.
what happened before that.
And if a keeper wins man of the match, you think, shit, your defence is shit. Never the keeper's incredible.
Yeah.
It's always the defence is.
Did De Gea get man of the match that game?
No,
not
he was
fucking
like second man of the match after.
But you
Luke
think
Shaw
the John
in the Wolves
Stones,
match.
the John Stones goal, right? Maguire or Lindelof should have attacked that ball.
Oh, without a doubt.
So De Gea had nothing to
Shouldn't
do
have
with
had
it.
anything to do.
And the Fabinho strike, you ain't stopping that. Not Fabinho, sorry, Fernandinho.
Fernandinho.
Sorry,
You are. No, you're not stopping that as a keeper.
not
You're
as a
stopping
keeper.
that as a defender.
Yeah, not as a keeper is what I'm getting at here. So I don't think De Gea was at fault for any of those goals on Wednesday.
And I reckon if you look over the last 2 years at the goals they've conceded, I reckon De Gea is at fault for 30%.
If that.
Yeah,
If
if
that.
that.
If that.
Look
And
at the save against Villa.
I can guarantee
Oh,
you.
and that save against. I can't remember. Don't
The
worry.
save against Villa where he hooked it over.
Yeah, the Ollie, that was the one in my
Yeah,
head when
Exactly.
he hooks it.
What
And I
a
can
save.
guarantee you, having watched United for a long time, and going back to Schmeichel, and knowing what he was like in the dressing room.
But finding another keeper like Schmeichel.
If I was in goal, or Schmeichel was in goal with them 2 idiots in front of them,
they wouldn't be in the
they
team.
wouldn't even come out after half time.
They wouldn't be
because
in
he'd
the
have
team.
fucking floored them.
They wouldn't have been in the team.
He would have fucking floored them.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Absolutely would have battered them.
Yeah.
Not
I
even
don't
that.
think he'd have waited till half
Not
time.
even that. I think
He
any
wouldn't
other
even have waited till half time.
any
He was
other
on the
keeper,
fucking pitch.
any other leader keeper in the Premier League.
Do you know what I mean?
Louise, have you seen the Tottenham documentary?
No, I haven't.
He gives Son the biggest shit at half time.
Oh, yeah, where they're fighting.
Because
Yeah.
Son wouldn't pass one time.
Yeah.
If there was a keeper, like you had a leader keeper.
And that's the
Look at
difference.
Schmeichel's boy, yeah. Also called Schmeichel, funnily enough.
Oh, really?
He does not let his defenders have any issues. He will give them shit all day
I
long.
rate Schmeichel as a keeper.
So do I. But he's just had an unlucky career and he's took the wrong choices. He went to Notts County instead of Man City at one time.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot. But you need a leader at the back. You need a leader in every position. Every club does. So you have a leader in the goal.
Yeah.
You need a leader
Centre
in the
back.
centre back. You need a
Centre
leader
mid.
in the centre mid and a leader up front.
Yeah.
Look at Tottenham.
The spine.
Tottenham have it perfect, but it never works out for them. Man City have it perfect because they never play that number 9 role unless it's Aguero. Aguero's a leader. Aguero's captain his country. If
Yeah.
Messi's not there, Aguero's the captain. Right.
Liverpool have got it
Liverpool have got it.
when they're fully fit.
Yeah. Man United need that. So what I was going to say was, how would you change your defence when you bring David Alaba in?
We need
If
we
you
need some
bring
centre
him
back. I don't think we have any leader centre backs.
David Alaba
Yeah.
is a right back moving to centre back because of his age.
I'd put Alaba and Bailly in.
Yeah. Alaba Bailly, Pogba
So
Fernandes
speedy.
in the middle,
So speedy.
and we don't have a leader out front though, really, do we?
You need
Rashford?
No,
Yeah.
no. Martial at the top on his own.
I used to
don't think he's very
always
talkative,
think back to a documentary I watched
Don't need
on
to.
Fergie.
If you've got 3 up front,
Yeah.
I saw and
got Pogba out on the left.
a documentary I watched on Fergie. I always remember this. And half-time team talk, and he would say, "Don't fucking come back in here as losers." And then when you went out and you watched them
But he
again,
didn't mean that if you lost 1-0. He meant if you lost 1-0, come back in if you fucking tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's when your leaders stepped up. And we don't have leaders on our pitch.
Yeah, but
we have one leader.
Fergie's.
2.
I think
Who's that?
Pogba.
I think
Bruno.
Pogba recently.
Bruno's your number 1.
Bruno is our number
1.
Bruno should be our captain.
You got to remember though, when
that's not
when
'cause he's the best
Fergie was
player.
running things right. It wasn't the high grade of football, right? Because Man United were the best team in the world at one point, but they had the best team in the world. They had leaders everywhere. They had Jaap Stam at the back.
Yeah.
They had Varane, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Beckham, Roy Keane,
Leaders.
Gary Neville. Leaders.
And
Leaders.
It was people who weren't afraid to have a
Sir
go at each
Michael.
other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They'd have a fight in the middle of the pitch,
Yeah.
but then be best mates at the end of the fucking 90 minutes
Exactly.
because they tried hard and they won the game.
Exactly, and that's what Maguire doesn't do.
It's not hard enough.
And no other player has a go at Maguire. Now, if that was back in the 90s,
He won't be in your squad.
well, regardless of if that was back in the 90s, there would be so many people on his back.
What?
It would have to change.
Not he won't be in your squad because of his skill level. He won't be in your squad because he didn't have the bollocks to be in your
No,
squad.
it bottle it.
Would he play behind Roy Keane? Would he?
Would
fuck?
he
Oh,
fuck?
fuck me.
Would he fuck?
fuck?
He's happy to play behind Scott McTominay. And that stat you said earlier, Scott McTominay had a 100% pass rate
Against City.
against City. Not
What?
one. Not
In the
one,
City game on
in the City
Wednesday?
game. Not one of them went forward.